Hi everyone, welcome to Boarded Tanks with StewiejP. I'm Stewie and this is the T10, the Tier 9 Russian heavy tank. It's been driven by Jugation from RNG clan, and he's lucky enough to have drawn top tier in this game on Arctic region. And he's about to dish out a shitload of damage. He's going down to where the heavies normally go on this map. There's only one artillery on the enemy side, and he's only a Tier 7, so probably don't need to worry too much about the artillery. It's always, obviously, it's always something you can take into consideration when you're playing a heavy tank, especially a top tier heavy tank, because the arty's always going to be looking at you, if he's any good, that is. See the T54. The T54 really comes into this game. He's going down low, and Jugation in his quick T10. Look how fast it is, doing 50 k's an hour, which is pretty quick for a heavy tank. You might think that if a heavy tank goes that quick, what's a trade? Well, it mustn't be too, mustn't have too much armour, or it mustn't have much of a gun, but it does. The T10 does. In balancing tanks, there's normally a compromise between speed, armour, the gun, or view range, but the T10 seems to be a really good all-round heavy tank. I've never had it. I had the IS-8 when it was the IS-8. They are quite similar, but I think there were some subtle differences. Anyway, looking at the mini-map, and as I'm sure Jugation is, there's quite a lot of enemy tanks spotted down the southeastern side of the map. Just looking for a cheeky shot on one of those tank destroyers. And there, this could be it. He just ducks out of the way, but he gets spotted. I don't know if he was spotted by that Jag Panther 2 or something else that might be down there. This looks like a nice juicy shot into the underbelly of the Tier 8 German tank destroyer. Leaves him on 71 hit points, and the IS-3 picks up a very handy kill, taking out the E-75 before Jugation picks up his first kill. Tier 8 German tank destroyer, the Jag Panther 2, which was the subject of my first ever video. If you go back and look at that video, you'll see I've probably gotten a little bit better since then, I would say. Anyway, comfortably winning 2-0, but it's not over yet. 2 tanks have been destroyed. On the enemy side, Jugation still has all of his health, and he's picked up 977 hit points of damage thus far. Jugation side has a very good presence down the southeast side of the map, but the north is probably looking a little bit light, so they need to either tidy this end up or reinforce the north just to confirm the win. So Jugation's moving back with the T54. T54 got most of his health intact, and what are they going to do here? Of course, the T10 is pretty quick for a heavy, but obviously going uphill, it's always going to slow a big heavy tank down. The IS-3 gets taken out by the baby Batchat. I think Jugation's probably thinking it's turned into a bit of a stalemate here. All the enemy tanks are in pretty good cover, sitting back here, and they're all sort of getting in each other's way. So he's going back to help what you would traditionally call the medium tank line. Now, it gets spotted back here, which tells me there's probably an enemy light tank around this region somewhere. Or maybe the CDC spotted him. It'd have to be a pretty good crew to spot him from there, but it's definitely possible. Or one of the light tanks that the CDC's platooned up with. No, he's not platooned up with anyone. 1390's platooned up. Could be any one of these light tanks would have spotted him from back here. So now Jugation's moving right around flank, using the speed of the T10 to get back into a position. You can see why he's done it now. The tanks on that flank are all on, it's not disastrous, their hit points, but there's no real heavy tanks up on the northern flank, or heavily armoured tanks on the northern flank. The R8 Gem is down to a one shot. The light tanks have taken a bit of a beating, so if you get the big T10 with all its armour and its big gun, that could really intimidate the enemy tanks that are up there. You can see that pretty much all Tier 7s, which is going to be easy money for a Tier 9 heavy tank. T29, the T20, the T43, and of course the Comet. Every one of them is going to have trouble penetrating Jugation's armour. The Subjugation picks up his second kill, taking out the T29. T29 is a pretty handy tank at tier 7, but it's no match for the big Russian T10. The T43 manages to track him, or it might have been the T20 who manages to track him, but Subjugation side has just smashed all of those tier 7 tanks. And Subjugation using their powerful engine and speed of the T10 to get right around to this one line with the help of your Sand 3 and the T54. Now the score's still 6 apiece. Quite a few tanks on each side have been taken out of the game, and now Subjugation moving forward to try and light up whoever's left on the enemy cap, including that baby Batchat that was last spotted just around here. You can see last time they were spotted, they were all sort of holding this central area. ISU 152 gets rid of that AMX CDC. This is a very handy premium medium tank, something I haven't really got the hang of yet. But that ISU consequently gets taken out by one of the light tanks, which brings it back to an even game at 7 apiece. Subjugation lucky enough to have all of his hit points intact here. He lights up the FCM, big tier 8 French heavy tank, premium tank, and he really wants to take that gun out of the game. He looks behind him and sees the WZ-132 and the 1390. They're the ones in the platoon. They're possibly going to try and work together and kill him, but no one else really pushing with Subjugation here. He could get outmaneuvered here by the light tanks or the medium tanks. To help his T54, which is exactly what he's going to do. T54 down to 926 hit points. Subjugation still on full health. Gets a very handy shot into that T20. Brings him down to a one shot for anyone who wants to shoot him. And the T25 too does. They need to be wary of that baby Batchat as well as that FCM. Takes his first damaging hit, but puts a very handy shot into the WZ-132, and the enemy grand final tank crashes. Subjugation sticking with this T54 to try and maybe make a move on that FCM, but the T54's copped a fair bit. Now Subjugation can afford to take a hit here, so he's going to go forward. Cops a bit of a shot from that tier 7 artillery. He knows that he can fix his tracks in time before the RD fires again. Still on 1278 hit points, which is plenty to take on that FCM, which is only on 322 hit points. Handy bounce of the French gun. Auto aims and blows him away, making the scoreboard look a little bit better now. 11 to 9, now 11 to 10 at T25 too. Got killed as well as the light tank. Subjugation now looking at that AMX 1390. Don't know how that shot hit, but it did. Take the kills whenever you can. So now he's joining back up with that T54 again. He's picked up 4 kills, done 4,228 hit points of damage, and he really needs to make sure this baby Batchat gets taken out of the game. He's on 701 health. Subjugation is on 1,000 hit points. Gets one shot into him. One more shot like that will do the job. Looks like the T54 tried to have a shot but didn't quite land it. And looks like the tank destroyer and artillery are both down here. So Subjugation keeping that rock between him and the TD so that he's only got to contend with that baby Batchat, the tier 9 Batchat 25T AP. He knows he can afford to take a hit, but he bounced the shot. Picks up his 5th kill. Now he's looking for a top gun. There's 2 enemy tanks left. Pretty sure someone did shoot the artillery early on and gets a shot into the Jag Tiger 8.8. The Jag Tiger 8.8 isn't even interested in subjugation, but the artillery is, so keeps the artillery lit. That Jag Tiger looks like he's gone away to make a cup of tea, but I'll take kill number 6. Thank you very much for the top gun, he says. And it's just the artillery left. 5,900 hit points of damage. The T-54 puts a nice shot into the Arty. Arty fires. Did he try and kill himself? I don't know. But the S-51 on subjugation's side confirms the win and takes the artillery out. And not a bad game at all. Look at those post-game battle results. An Ace Tanker, Mastery Badge, Fire for Effect, Steel Wall for blocking all that damage, High Caliber and Top Gun. You can see 5,900 hit points of damage, 1,374 base experience. That's absolutely massive. 16 shots fired, all of them hit, all of them did damage, and that gave him an awesome bottom line credit of 59,304 credits. Awesome game by Subjugation in his T10. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care and see you all next time.